January 6th committee just wrapped its first series of hearings into the so-called assault on the Capitol. But what does it all mean, and why is it totally meaningless?
I watched a lot of those hearings earlier, and
Sad.
It lacked drama, and the visuals are not all that appealing.
It was intensely boring.
What is the point when you have an abusively corrupt, biased committee like this?
I don't see any prime time hearings set for gas price, for battling inflation, for feeding our children, for making the streets safer.
Well, I've been watching Fox News for 439 hours straight, and I'm ready to Fox-plain the January 6th hearings. First off, these hearings are boring, and nothing boring is worth paying attention to. That's why I've never filed a tax return. Everyone on this Shamuary 6th sham committee is anti-Trump. Where are the pro-Trump, pro-January 6th people? Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, the QAnon shaman. What does he have to do to get on the committee? Storm the Capitol again? Why does this committee only want to know what Trump did on January 6th? What about what he did on February 6th? Or April 10th? There's so many days. This committee is a witch hunt, full of witch hunters, but which hunter should they be hunting? Hunter Biden. Democrats are so hypocritical. They call Donald Trump a liar, but they believe all these people who worked for Donald Trump, who we know is a liar. These hearings were all heresy. Hiroshima. What about the real insurrections? The insurrection inside Biden's brain. The insurrection inside Fauci's Disney lab. The insurrection inside my loins when that snack from the hearing shows up. Oh, so everyone's upset about missing texts and call logs? Where was this outrage for all the missing ballots that Democrats composted and ground into impossible burger meat? We need to hear from the Secret Service agent. Also, any Secret Service agent who testifies is a traitor. Why didn't Trump call the National Guard? Oh, so now you want rich white people to call the police. Make up your mind, liberals. Yeah, some people asked for pardons. Asking for a pardon is the polite thing to do. Oh, did I bump into you? Pardon me. I'm sorry, did I cut you off? Pardon me. My goodness, did I accidentally try to orchestrate the murder of my colleagues at the hands of a mob? Pardon me. What happened to people's manners? It's a conspiracy because one member of Congress asked for a pardon. 2 members, that's barely a 3. That's a small soiree. 6, plus a lawyer and a chief of staff. It's just a pardon Groupon, totally innocent. Well, that's everything you need to know about the January 6th hearings. I hope that helped. Liz Cheney has dragon wings. Hey everyone, I'm Twitter's new head of communications. There's a lot going on right now, but I just want to assure you that everything's under control. Comedy is legal on Twitter again. Okay, please stop impersonating Elon Musk. Please stop impersonating our advertisers. Please stop impersonating me. I do not eat my own farts. Okay, we are pausing blue checks. You can't eat a fart. You can't do it. Comedy, it's mostly legal on Twitter. If you have any questions, just contact customer support. Nope, they were fired. For $8 a month, anyone can get a blue check mark, a gray check mark, an invisible check mark. If you have any questions, you can contact our verification team. Nope. They were fired. Okay, Chevrolet is not coming out with a car called the Hitler Mobile. Comedy has been downgraded to semi-legal on Twitter. If you see a verified account, please assume that it's fake. All right, fake tweet alert, everyone. John Kerry is not, quote, so horny his nuts about to bust. Comedy is now illegal on Twitter. Well, I've been fired. It's been fun. I'm back. From now on, if you want to imitate someone, your bio has to say parody. Not your bio. Your account name and your bio have to say parody. Look in the mirror and say parody 3 times. New policy, you now have to pay $8 a month to not be verified. Well, hope that cleared things up. Thanks for using Twitter, everyone. Hola. Bienvenido. JK, we don't speak Spanish. Hello, migrants. On behalf of the flight crew, Ron DeSantis, and Tucker Carlson's producers, thank you for being used as a prop on this nonstop flight from Texas to wherever the hell we're sending you. Please listen closely to the following instructions, as your safety is important to, like, half the country. At this time, your seatbelt should be fastened, your laptop stowed, and your faith in America just a little bit shaken. There's no smoking on this flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the lavatory smoke detectors is prohibited by law. But then again, so is this whole stunt, so whatever. When we reach 30,000 feet, the cabin crew will be coming around to offer you jobs that don't exist. In case of an emergency, an oxygen mask will drop down in front of you. If that happens, pretend you're a Republican governor and help yourself before you help others. On behalf of the flight crew, your pilots, and Ron DeSantis' presidential ambitions, thanks for flying with us. Bye-bye now.
We can place 100% of the blame for all of it on Joe Biden and John Kerry. This war is the Green New Deal war.
There's much blame to go around. Colonel Vindman, Adam Schiff, Nancy Pelosi.
It all happened because of a rigged election.
Look, Russia is now being canceled.
Well, folks, the wussification of America is on full display, and Vladimir Putin is going to waltz right in and conquer one of the largest countries in Europe.
There they all sat on Friday in the White House, wearing their ludicrous face coverings. Do they have any idea how weak that made America look? Our military chiefs cowering in pathetic little masks.
I think you can say, well, Putin's out of his mind. Yes, maybe so. But at the same time, he's being compelled by God.
Could it be that Greta Thunberg and Leonardo DiCaprio actually might be to blame for what Vladimir Putin is doing?
Russia has invaded Ukraine. Why is this happening? What does it mean? Where is Hillary Clinton's email server? Well, I've been watching Fox News for 648 hours straight, and I'm ready to Fox-plain Ukraine. Why did Putin invade Ukraine? The answer's complex, but let me try to explain. Burisma, critical race genders, Minnie Mouse in a pantsuit. Don't believe me? Take a look inside the gender-neutral bathroom in Hunter Biden's laptop. This is happening because President Biden is weak. When Donald Trump was president, Putin didn't meddle in Ukraine. He meddled in America. Putin is strong and Biden is weak. America needs a strong leader. By the way, why are we supposed to think that Vladimir Putin is evil? He's not the one poisoning our children with critical race theory. Vladimir Putin is evil. I have always said that. I have never said that Vladimir Putin is a handsome genius with a hottie's body. Let me be clear. Vladimir Putin is a handsome genius with a hottie's body. He is a tyrannical leader. He was not democratically elected, and he alone is responsible for this. I'm talking about Joe Biden, if that isn't clear. Sanctions? Really, Joe? We need to be sending cruise missiles, Chevy cruises, Penelope cruises, Norwegian cruise lines. We need to do far more to support our allies in Yugoslavia. Ukraine. Tom Cruises, Terry Cruises, Booze Allen, Tim Allen, Allen Iverson? You know who could solve this crisis in minutes? Ivermectin. Vladimir Putin, if I was your mother, I wouldn't make you wear a mask at school. Vladimir Putin is evil, but in some ways, he's a hero. But in more ways, he's a villain, a strong villain, a patriot, a tyrant, a menace, a mensch. Pete Buttigieg took maternity leave? Vladimir Putin rode a bear. He's evil, though, yet seductive. Vladimir Putin supports Trump. I also support Trump. Does that make me Vladimir Putin? Russia is basically being canceled. First Mr. Potato Head, now Mr. Putin Head. And that's pretty much all you need to know about the Ukraine situation, according to Fox News. NATO's run by vampires. Hi, I'm Peabody Award-wanting investigative journalist Desi Lydic. Elections, they're the bedrock of democracy, and the only thing preventing us from not having elections. But is America's election system reliable, or are we one glitchy voting machine away from a total collapse? I'll investigate in our new segment, Vote-demic 2022, our crumbling election infrastructure. After our nation's last elections went super smooth,
dozens of voters were locked out of the one single polling place for all of Louisville.
Reports of hours of long lines, voting machine malfunctions, provisional ballot shortages. Officials are looking at calling in the National Guard.
I wanted to find out how ready we are for the midterms. So I'm headed to our nation's capital to talk with election advocates at the Democracy Fund.
My name is Tammy Patrick. I'm a senior advisor to the elections team at the Democracy Fund, which seeks to ensure that we have an open and just democracy that is inclusive and trustworthy for all of our citizens.
Ooh, sounds like you got your work cut out for you.
We do in this moment. There's a lot of work to be done, but it may not be in the areas that you necessarily think it is.
All right, what are all the problems for this upcoming election?
So we continue to see a shortage of poll workers, the global supply chain issues, underfunding of our election infrastructure.
Wait, Tammy. Let's start with the most pressing issue.
Well, one of the most pressing issues at this moment, because of where we are in the election cycle, is a paper shortage.
Paper? Tammy, it's 2022. Who's using paper to vote?
So the vast majority of Americans actually cast a paper ballot.
Yeah, no, I knew that. I vote every election. I got the stickers to prove it.
Well, that's great, but election offices all around this country have ordered their ballots, they've ordered envelopes, they've ordered paper materials that they need, and they may not get them in time for the upcoming election.
Who's going to be affected by this paper shortage most?
What it looks like is going to happen will be those small election offices serving rural communities where they don't have a large service provider that's helping them take care of this issue.
Are you saying that the rural community, am I rural? Am I saying that right? The rural, okay, you know what I'm saying. As I learned about this large swath of Americans, rural, I realized this paper shortage could affect a lot of people. Well, I guess I gotta go find some paper people.
Oh wait, there's more to talk about.
Can it, Tammy? But can't America just sneak some printer paper home from work like the rest of us? I went to Runback Election Services, one of the largest ballot printing facilities, to get an inside look at how dire the paper shortage is.
We print ballots for several states and counties across the nation. We're in 23 states plus Washington, D.C. with some of our products.
Wow, so you're a huge part of the voting process.
Yeah, we touch roughly 45 to 50% of the voters around the country.
You touch a lot of voters.
Yep.
But with consent.
Absolutely.
So what's going on with this paper shortage?
Yeah, it started during COVID. When the paper mills shut down, they couldn't generate more paper. So they sold through all their inventory. And then when they started going back to work, they converted to linerboard for cardboard boxes, right? Amazon still needs to ship things.
Bezos, man.
And now we don't have the inventory any longer. And so they're trying to play catch up.
And you're saying there's a paper shortage happening right now?
Yes.
Jeff, I don't know how to tell you this, but I see a ton of paper around here.
So what you see here on our production floor is a fraction of what we need for the whole year. Every day, we'll go through 65 of those rolls.
65 of these rolls?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Historically, we could order paper, and in 2 to 3 weeks, we would have what we need. Now it's 3 to 4 months or more, and that's been the problem this year.
How bad are we talking? Like, we might need to start printing double-sided bad, or the majority of Americans won't get to choose their president bad?
Well, let's hope it doesn't get to that. Everybody's working to avoid that very problem. But we already do print double-sided ballots, so we already print on both sides of the paper.
Jesus Christ, Jeff, that means it's bad.
Kinda.
Walk me through everything that would be affected if the election community runs out of paper.
If there's no paper, it's hard to mail ballots, envelopes, I voted stickers, and instructions.
Wait. Voting stickers? Voting stickers could be gone.
Could be.
But the sticker's the best part of voting. It's the only reason I vote.
Could also do digital stickers. Instead of getting the physical sticker, you get a digital sticker when you vote.
Jeff, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Fair enough.
Okay, I just have a few more questions. No. Ah, yes. What can Americans do to help with the paper shortage?
Stop wasting paper.
Cursive. Why am I writing in cursive? Stop wasting paper. Yeah. All right, you want to take me on a tour?
Sure.
I'm ready to go to work.
All right, let's go. You're gonna wear a hard hat?
Yeah, that's what you do, right?
No.
It was time to roll up my sleeves, so I didn't get ink on them. Gross. This paper palace was pumping. And it turns out there's a lot more to printing than just hitting Control-P.
So this is where it all starts. We get the files from the county, the PDFs, so we can start the print process.
Ah, let me ask you a question. Does PDF really stand for please don't?
No.
I could see how crucial paper was to this process.
So every roll of paper will generate about 1,000 ballots. When we're running in an election, we'll be running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
These run 24 hours a day?
Yep. Yes.
Wait, what's happening?
This machine just ran out of paper.
Happening already. I even presented Jeff with some of my own solutions to stopping the shortage.
So this is the inserter. This is where the ballots, the I voted sticker, the instructions all go into the envelope to be mailed out to the voter.
You say the stickers?
The I voted stickers, yes.
These ones right here.
Yes.
Wow. Oh, no.
So even if a paper shortage does ruin America's democracy, at least I'll be able to participate in the most important part of the voting process.
Hi, I'm Desi Lydic, here outside the polls on Election Day. I would be inside voting, but I've got one too many felony convictions. So instead, I'm doing some exit polling. I'm just doing a little bit of exit polling. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Great. Did you base your decision to exit based on a sign above the door that said exit, or just like a gut decision?
Huh?
Did you just exit the polls?
We did.
Yes, we did. Thank you for your time. What was your exit experience like?
The last few questions on the ballot were all about, things we would vote yes or no for to include free New York, and one of them was about having values for the city, and I thought, okay.
I don't want to know what's on the ballot or how you voted. I'm more interested in exiting. Like, what was your exiting experience like? Was there an exit sign over the door?
I didn't even notice.
Didn't notice. Were you paying attention to anything important?
Yeah, I was paying attention to the voting.
What direction do you think we're headed in?
The way things are looking, it's very frightening.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't mean as a country. I just mean in terms of where the door is.
The door looks like it's leading in the wrong direction, away from democracy.
No, I mean like literally, I'm asking literally about the door. Like, do you open it with your hand? Do you have to give it like a butt push?
The exit door is open.
Thank you. I mean, is it that hard to talk about doors?
Why
is it so hard to just talk about doors?
Well, yes, because you think there's some symbolism attached to the idea of the door.
I don't. No symbolism. I'm done with symbolism. What color was the paint in there? Are we talking eggshell or more of an off-white?
It was eggshell, but a lot of reds. But this isn't really how exit polls work. I mean, I have a 13-year-old here, and I'm teaching him the whole civic process.
Oh, no, I know.
You know that.
I know what exit polls are. I just cannot talk about these candidates for one more second.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's not really about exits or doors.
No, I know what exit polling is. It's just that the midterms stress me out so much that I want to talk about literally anything else. Like this morning, I woke up in a cold sweat screaming, Lee Zeldin!
I think the economy is also very important.
I don't want to hear about that. Just, what did the door handle look like? Your coordinator.
Yes.
Oh, just the man I'm looking for. I'm doing some exit polling. Can you talk to me about the design of the exits?
All right. Basically, the exits are, we have a front exit so people could come in the building. Also, the people that are handicapped or whatever can still come out the same way they went in.
Oh, got it. Okay, so the front entrance is also used as an exit.
Yes.
This is just the information I was looking for. Finally, someone who can give me the answers that I want. Thank you. This is just what I want to talk
I do gotta go.
Okay, go quickly, because I don't like goodbyes. I hate seeing you leave, but I love watching you go. Not in like a pervy way, just like an exiting poll way. Other mobile networks claim to be reliable, but their customers face problems like this.
A 7-hour gap in President Trump's call logs.
Mark Meadows filed a new complaint accusing the January 6th committee of leaking his text messages.
Another leaked audio recording of House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy's phone calls.
Live streamed himself storming the Capitol.
Introducing Coup Mobile, America's most reliable network for coordinating a successful insurrection. Coup Mobile gives you all the minutes you need with no dropped calls. You want to hang Mike Pence, not hang up on him. We have America's largest coverage area, so whether you're watching the chaos you've unleashed from the White House or smearing feces in Nancy Pelosi's office,
I got shot in the face with some kind of plastic bullet.
You'll have 5 full bars of 5G coverage. And with our friends, family, and co-conspirators plan, you get unlimited talk and text with sons, daughters, the wives of Supreme Court justices, Fox News hosts, and pillow guys. And we at Coup Mobile value your privacy, which is why we won't comply with any subpoenas from the January 6th committee. Plus, with no annual contract, you can cancel at any time.
Freedom!
So if you're ready to overthrow democracy and your current carrier, make the switch today. Coup Mobile. Let's mobilize.
To the Capitol!
Water. Whether it's smart, sparkling, or secretly vodka, it's all around us. But a new movement believes that just like Trump, we're drinking water all wrong.
The so-called raw water trend. Something called raw water.
Raw water.
Raw water.
Techies in San Francisco are guzzling it by the gallonful.
And stores that sell raw water are running out.
From Bernie Bros to Silicon Valley, raw water is the health trend of 2018. And leading the movement is the clothing optional founder of Live Water, Mukande Singh. I couldn't wait to see what this raw lifestyle is all about. Oh, you wore clothes. We're not doing... Okay. What exactly is raw water?
So raw water is unsterilized, pristine spring water that still has a lot of the healthy probiotics in it.
There are probiotics in Live Water? Like the stuff that Jamie Lee Curtis keeps on pushing?
Yeah, this is the healthiest choice for water.
Live Water's thousands and thousands of customers agree, even though the mainstream is pretty skeptical.
Water is water. It doesn't have probiotics in it.
Damn it, close again. Oh. Why shouldn't I drink raw water?
You could get sick. People going out and drinking from streams is risky.
But some might say that raw water is the most pristine water you can drink.
It might be, but how do you know what's upstream from it? There might be animals contaminating it or human waste contaminating it.
Okay, but what are your qualifications?
A doctorate in molecular biology and a master's in public health nutrition.
Okay, touche. And Mukande's qualifications?
I've studied a lot of yoga and self-meditation and journeying.
Okay. But even without mainstream degrees, Mukande's business is skyrocketing. After all, he's selling the one thing that lasts forever.
So live water is freshest within one lunar cycle because it can turn green if the water gets too hot.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard you say that the water turns green.
It turns green because there's healthy microbes in it.
I'll be right back. Got it. Healthy water should turn green.
Well, no, it shouldn't. Water is water, it's clear.
It's clear until one lunar cycle. Are you following?
Not at all. Most people in the world would give anything to have a clean water supply. What's wrong with turning on a tap?
I'll ask the questions here. What's so wrong about tap water?
So tap water has a lot of synthetic things like fluoride and chloramine.
Oh my God.
Fluoride? We put fluoride in the water to prevent tooth decay. These are great public health achievements.
Okay, so fluoride is good.
No, fluoride makes people more docile. It's a mind control drug.
The government is controlling our minds with fluoride?
They could be.
Oh, shit.
What mind control drugs?
That sounds like something someone would say who's been controlled by the mind.
I don't understand I don't even understand the question. I mean, this guy is a charlatan who's part of a whole anti-science movement.
But if fluoride being a government-induced mind control drug is anti-science, where's Live Water getting all these sciencey charts and evidence?
There's a lot of evidence to support that if you just go to the third page of Google.
The third page of Google?
That's where it really makes sense.
When you say evidence, do you mean conspiracy theory?
It's not a conspiracy if it's true. You know, 9/11, I think we all know what really happened there.
What really happened there?
Scroll to the third page of Google.
Okay. So I did. But the only thing I discovered about 9/11 is that it's Ludacris's birthday. And the only thing I discovered about Live Water is that, holy shit, how much does this cost?
2.5 gallon glass jugs are $22 each. And then $12 to $16 per jug.
So basically it's like the cost of a bottle of water and then lighting $28 on fire.
It's a new idea. I can understand why there might be hesitation, but I recommend people try it.
Well, just like I told Wolf Blitzer at that cocktail party, I'll try anything once. So I agreed to venture deep into the wilderness.
So here is our beautiful spring.
This is where you get water.
You want to try some?
Yeah. I'll wait for you go first and then I'll I'll get right to it.
Oh, God. Please don't let there be a dead body upstream.
Tastes good, huh?
Tastes like water.
Yeah, with healthy probiotics and minerals in it.
Probably a little bit of animal poop. Just say, hypothetically, I tried just a little bit of spring water. What's the worst thing that could happen?
You could get dysentery, you could get cholera, you could get giardia.
The Oregon Trail diseases? Oh, God.
All the Oregon Trail diseases and all the new ones that have come since.
Something a bucket. In the end, much like the Oregon Trail, raw water and other anti-science movements will probably forge ahead. But as for me, I feared a different fate.